Welcome to Arresting Normality. My name is Aaron, joined as always with Travis from How It Games and Cody from Stealing Life. How are you? How is everything going? Travis is very tired. He's got a crazy schedule going on, and he'll probably tell us about that in a second. How's life, Cody?
Good. All right.
Good. It's good. That's good.
Football.
Both me and Cody got to see the new Raiders stadium for the first time, like in person.
Did you guys
just
like
a
go
coincidence.
inside or?
No, I don't think they let people inside except
They're doing
for players.
stadium tours
soon. Should we schedule one?
They're sold out.
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna do it already, but they'll do more. It's because
How
of
much do they cost?
COVID right now that there's not that many. I have no idea because it was sold out, so I couldn't even try to buy one.
I wonder if my dad can still get tickets.
Well, they're not having many fans.
He was supposed to get inaugural tickets, right?
Right.
But I wonder if they're gonna postpone, and if he still has that availability, or whether
Maybe.
they're sorry.
They might start letting some fans in pretty soon.
Just cool fans.
Just the cool ones.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
Just the ones in leather jackets and sunglasses. Just those guys. But because a lot of teams are letting fans in. It's just nowhere near capacity.
Right, yeah.
It'll be
20.
7,500 people, which in a stadium that holds 70,000
Yeah.
is not a lot.
So just over 10% capacity.
I bet they're glad they decided to build that this year.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure they are. They're still going to make fucking butt tons of money.
Yeah. It's not, the returns aren't going to be as good as they initially thought at first. But, I mean,
They didn't pay for it.
what? How does that work?
The NFL teams don't pay for their stadiums.
Well,
Cities do.
Yeah. The city's sad because they're not going to make their money back until people start actually being able to go to games again.
Yeah, the city. But if you're talking about the team doesn't give a shit.
Right. There's oh, hey, check
The
this thing
NFL
out.
makes so much money.
The only downside, though, is that I know some teams kind of thrive off of their home presence of people being there, and that's going to hurt.
That's
some
what
teams.
a lot of people think is wrong with the Saints and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. The Saints and
They're
the
not
Chiefs.
so saintly because they lost all their power.
Yeah. Because teams like that really do thrive off their crowd. It's the home field advantage is probably the Saints, the Chiefs, and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Really, the crowd is a big part of those games. Mm-hmm. And you can see they just don't play with the same energy, the same. Well, the Seahawks are, they're still good. But the Chiefs are not looking like they usually do. And some people think it's just they don't have the energy or whatever. But the Raiders, I mean, they never really had a home crowd anyways. In Oakland all these years, they've been so bad.
Right.
That the games don't sell out.
Right.
So
They're just
yeah, they've been so bad, which kind of sucks because they're actually decent this year. Not good, but decent. So it was cool, though. It was really cool to see a stadium with my own eyeballs.
Right.
It's so large.
It is mucho largo.
It's very large. Did
Did you guys go together? Or?
No, it was just, remember you guys were doing that stream that day, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm on my way to Vegas. Turns out the National Jewelry Center where I was going was directly next to the Raider Stadium.
That's cool.
And I was like, well, fuck, I had to go right by it anyway, so I kind of pulled over and just kind of admired it for a second. Good God, this thing's massive. And they had I guess they were testing the front screen because it was it just said test across the front of there and had a bunch of colors on there.
That's a good hint that they're testing things.
Right.
I was going to say, how did you know that they were testing it? But
he figured it out.
Yeah.
He put on his detective hat.
I was, I've been watching a lot of Among Us, so I put on my detective hat.
Figured it out. Yeah.
Have you been watching that?
Yes, I have actually a lot of Among Us. And I
so
think
fun.
I'm gonna probably make my coworkers play Among Us with me.
Dude.
Everyone's gonna get on their phones. We're gonna play some Among Us, and it's gonna be great. And we'll see who's terrible at lying.
You should let me know when that happens.
Why?
I'll join in.
He wants to murder.
I want to kill your coworkers.
Yeah. I don't imagine anyone's going to be particularly good at that. No one that I know, at least. Except for maybe Ken. I have a sneaking suspicion that Ken might be good.
Did you watch my last stream?
Of Among Us?
Yeah.
No, the last one I saw was you and Cody playing Fall Guys.
Oh my God. I was the imposter. A lot actually on this last stream. It was really fun. And I was playing with Dan. And Dan, I figured out, kind of speaks for the group. Like, he's one of those controlling people. And I was an imposter, and I just hung out with him. Like, most of the time, I'd sneak away and kill somebody and then come hang out with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time it came to the point where they're like voting, and Dan's like, no, it can't be him because he was with me, you know? And so everybody's like, oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Trust.
And it got down to 4 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you flip?
he's like, yeah, we were voting, and he's like, it can't be him. It's got to be one of you guys. And so I was like, yeah, you know, let's vote this guy off. He was actually suspicious. We voted him off.
Mm-hmm. And then you
Dan's like,
Dan.
all right, the game's over. And then it's the round started, and he goes, oh, fuck. And right as soon as he said that, I just hit the reactor, and it just goes, bang, bang. I killed him.
That's funny.
You're such a nice boy.
Like it was big brain plays too, because there was so many points where he could have got me.
Your face. 9,000 IQ plays, you know, those things, right?
Yeah.
69 420 IQ.
If I have to see that anymore.
I'm sad that Cody hates that so much, because like I could get a group together for us, but he just won't play it.
I bet you the way that we were playing was kind of lame. Just playing like randos and having the type was kind of stupid.
I'm so over that game.
Well, I know it's been overexposed for sure.
So I'm done. It's stupid. It's not that fun of a game. The only thing the people like about the game is their friends.
Yeah.
And I would rather do anything else with you guys.
Fair enough. I get it.
I don't want to have... See, and also, like, I don't want to have to convince people things. I don't care.
Right.
It's like, why am I going to lie and make
Cody be like, I don't
shit?
care. Just fucking kill me.
Yeah,
You're wrong. Just kill me.
I don't care anymore. I don't know.
See, that's why
Cody.
Cody's not a have fun boy. He's a nice boy.
I don't do things to have fun.
I have fun all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I went to Fright Ride. That was fun. I had fun there.
What's a Fright Ride?
It's like, Fright Dome.
But they only have one ride?
But it was a golf cart. You ride on a golf cart because of COVID. Because COVID ruined the world. So nothing's fun anymore.
What would you have rode on if it wasn't COVID?
My Lamborghinis.
Oh, okay, I see.
Well, it's it's a haunted house, but they just take you for a little drive through a haunted house where nobody can really come close to you, so they kind of just get as close as they can with their costumes and stuff, and they have like a little fake knife, and they just kind of go. They kind of just pointed at you.
If I could get close to you, this would be intimidating.
It was cool. It was not scary. Like, I'm not a guy that gets scared of those things anyways. But like, even Jess is just laughing at everything and just having fun with it. But my God, it's just hard to get scared when you're being driven around in a golf cart.
Right.
And the killer bunny has Nikes on. I told the guy that was wearing like the evil bunny mask and had a knife, I was like, you would be scary if I didn't see your Nikes. I don't know why, but that's just not scary to me.
Yeah.
See, I thought that the mode of vehicle changed because of COVID. So I thought maybe like you got George the pony would drive you around, but they don't want to risk George the pony.
Oh, I see what you mean. No, because it used to be, Fright Dome used to be a big thing in Vegas every Halloween with the giant haunted houses, and It was cool.
Cool rides.
Yeah, all kinds of shit going on. Like the whole environment was like a big haunted house.
And then they just have like
around
actors that just kind of walk around and be scary. And
they'd have zombies crawling around and fucking chase you and shit. And it's been gone for like 2 years, I think. It went out of business or whatever. But they brought it back this year, and then COVID did COVID-y things. So they couldn't really do what they wanted
Not the year to do that, huh?
No.
Yeah,
so they did Fright Ride, and it was cool. But it was like a 20-minute little thing, and it was like $80.
I never knew that it was $80.
Well, it was for the two of us, so it was like $40, but still.
That's still expensive.
A little bit.
It
I didn't know that Fright Dome ever went under, though.
Yeah, but usually it's expensive because like you're there for hours.
That's true.
This was like 20 minutes.
Yeah. But it's kind of the only one of the few options you have as far as like, let's go out and do something fun that's Halloween related.
It is the first time we've done anything since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It's
cool.
And I got to see Raider Stadium. So.
Right. That's almost worth it in itself.
Do you want to, did they just ask you, like, you want to just ride around on the golf cart for another like 40 minutes? Get your hours worth?
Should have just let me drive. I'd have been chasing the bunny. Come here. No, it was a lot of fun. We had a good time, but it was just, it's interesting how doing things is in pandemic times.
Yeah.
You know, it is because I haven't done it. We don't go anywhere.
Right.
Haven't even been to Vegas. I think we went to Vegas like once, and we went in to get shelves at IKEA and came right back. You know, haven't done a goddamn thing since this started.
You're a liar. You didn't go
do you mean?
Just get shelves. You went to a couple stores looking for figures.
Oh, well, yeah. We stopped at Target and shit to do that. We did that too this past Thursday.
Same day.
Yeah. Yeah. I looked at a Target, but, you know, nothing. No goddamn legends. I want my legends. I want my Jake the Snake. I'm so mad.
Well,
dude, I can't. I can't find that thing. I have looked for that thing so much.
Everybody's finding it, and Travis can't find it. And I went to Target and Walmart, can't find anything.
Well, you know,
would it be at Walmart?
No, but sometimes it's weird. They're not supposed to be at certain stores, but they pop up there. Distribution is really wonky with those toys.
Yeah. So on the subject of things that have gotten fucked over by 2020 and COVID and whatnot, there was an amplifier that I've been staring at for months. And it was originally slated to come out because it was previewed at 2019 NOM, which is the big music thing that they do in California. And then they had that was like the pre-production model. Then I had a production model that was at NOM 2020, and that was in February. So it was just before everything started, right? And they're like, it should be coming out in May.
Yeah.
So, you know, March rolls around, and I'm like, okay, they can start, you know, doing some stuff for it, you know, and then April rolls around. I was like, okay, well, I should start seeing it. And it goes up on the website, and it says, you know, like, oh, you know, you could, pre-orders will be available in like, it was like early May. And it was supposed to come out late May, and then middle of May comes around, and it just says pre-orders on hold until COVID-19 lockdown is over, and it's been that way all the way until now.
Yeah,
and I was sad because it's called the Evil Pumpkin, and I'm like, I thought for sure I might be able to get it before Halloween, right? Because it was supposed to come out in May. And it's just, I mean, obviously not, because even if I ordered it right now, it'd still take me, you know, a while to make it and ship it out.
Everything's backed up.
But, oh well.
It's a weird...
Even Yu-Gi-Oh, oddly enough.
What's that?
I said even Yu-Gi-Oh, oddly enough. There was two sets that were supposed to come out this year, or this month, that didn't.
Well, those cards are they made in America, or are they made somewhere else? Because that's probably why. Because I don't know if they're made in Japan or not. No.
But they're saying they're having trouble printing them. Like, they're having trouble getting enough people rounded up to go and print them, I guess.
Yeah, everything's like that. I'm waiting on the new wrestling cards. They still haven't come out. They're supposed to come out at the beginning of the year.
You know what I found, though?
What's that?
Bacon in your pants?
Bacon in my pants. There's always
bacon in my pants, if you know what I mean.
That's where I keep my bacon.
That's where I keep it. But I hope Alicia's not listening because this is kind of going to be a surprise thingy for both of us.
Oh, well, that's good. Good idea.
I found online
podcast.
the other day a first edition box of Order of Chaos.
Oh, dang.
And that was the set that Wind-Ups came in.
Oh. God,
that was the Insector and Wind-Up. Yeah, I know. That was the Insector and Wind-Up set. And that was the first booster box I ever bought. Because I was an adult and I'm like, I'm going to buy this. But I opened
I'm an adult. You know how I'm going to celebrate being an adult? I'm going to buy some Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I'm going to buy a whole
I'm
box.
an adult.
Hell yeah. I celebrate being an adult by buying wrestling toys and eating ice cream before my dinner.
That's true. But I opened it without Alicia and she was sad. And so I was like, you know what, this time.
Wait, didn't you buy it for her?
The original one? I bought it with the intent of trying to pull a rescue or the wind-up rabbit. Or Zen Mains. One of the two. I can't remember. But yeah, the original box, and I opened it without her there. Just I was going to be like, look, I got your card because I thought it was like guaranteed.
Yeah, and you got fucked.
Yeah, I got fucked. I don't think I got a secret in the box. I think it was one of the shit boxes. But this time, I'm going to have her open the box with me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully you get better luck this time.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, even if we don't get great luck, I think it's just nostalgia seeing those cards again.
Right. Yeah, it really is. God, that was a while ago now. Damn.
Yeah, that had to be at least 10 years ago.
I don't know about 10. 10?
That was right when we started dating. That was the first year we were dating. So yeah, it's 10 years.
Aww. That's cool.
And that's why I was so surprised I found it, because I found it for like $75, and then I looked on eBay, and usually the first edition sealed boxes of those are like $150, $200. So I'm kind of nervous now for it to show up. I'm like, what's wrong with it?
I don't think anything's wrong with it. It's probably what's the word I'm looking for? Like saturation point. So many cards are getting so popular now that people are like undercutting other people's prices.
Oh.
So, because I've been looking at it too, because I collect cards and shit too. So you'll see things that are going for high numbers, and you'll see people that just want to get their shit sold.
Yeah,
and they're undercutting the market, which always happens. So that's probably what it is. I wouldn't be too worried. Yeah. It's probably fine.
Yeah, it's funny. The kind of the opposite thing is happening in the music world right now, because so many people are getting extra money and they're spending it on dumb things. And one of the things that are out there that are incredibly sought after is a guitar pedal called a Klon Centaur. And it is
you just made that word up.
No. I was gonna say that's not a real thing.
No, it's a guitar overdrive pedal, something that I thought was cool and sounds amazing, but I was never gonna buy it because they were like the non-horsey ones, which are the ones that don't have a little horse symbol. They're exactly the same. They just have a horse symbol. Non-horsey. Those ran about $1,200 for a guitar pedal, and I was like, "Whoa, shit!"
I have no frame of reference for what that means.
So why wouldn't you buy the horsey one for not $1,200 if it's the same thing?
The horsey one's like $2,000.
Oh, it's more for the horsey.
Oh,
yes,
you got to
get this DoD distortion or overdrive plus brand new. These run about $100. Actually, no, I think these are actually a little bit cheaper than that. They're like $60.
Your prices are
like
varying wildly right now, and I'm very confused.
Yes, I'm trying to give you a frame of reference because that's exactly
I also don't even know what these things do.
This creates a sound on guitar.
Talk to me like I'm 6 years old and I just saw a guitar for the first time.
Okay. Guitar goes bring, right? This makes go bring to. Okay.
See, that worked.
Yeah. And so this
sounds staticky.
That's yes, it does. That's like a really that's a cheap pedal, right? Mm-hmm. And this is a little bit better. So this one is a limited edition Maxon that was modded by the guy who actually developed the pedal back in the 70s. So it's a kind of a cool pedal. This is one of 800. This is number 439.
Nice.
And I spent $220 on this pedal.
Cool.
That's an expensive pedal, right?
If it was 438, would you spend more?
No.
I understand the question though, because sometimes people do that with cards.
Right.
And it's like an autographed whatever, and it's like, 2 of 10. Oh, I want the number 1 of 10.
Right. I think the original 10 probably are worth a little bit more, but anything past that's just like whatever.
Yeah.
But I know the number 1 went to him, the guy who developed it. So, but yeah, that's an expensive pedal.
What a dick. He's like, mine.
This one's mine.
I mean, if I develop something, I'm going to take the first 10.
I'm not going to take the first one. We take fucking the first 10.
And then put them all on eBay.
See, what I would do to be an asshole is I would make one number at 0 and then circulate the rest of them. So whoever thought that they had number 1 would be really cool. And then 10 years later, I'd be like, I'm going to sell this number 0 pedal so it's a real number 1 and make theirs worthless and then make a bunch of money.
I've seen
that would work.
People for some reason
That's
don't
funny.
like zeros sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
For whatever reason, if it's a number 0, I see the number 1s go for more.
But the point of me telling you guys this was before all this stuff started, they'd be, like I said, about $1,200 for this ridiculous pedal, all the way up to maybe $2,000, maybe $2,200.
The horsey boy. Okay. Trying to follow.
Yep. And
I already forgot what we were talking
there was,
about.
on average, there was about 10 of them on Reverb. Not a huge amount, but, it's not like they're impossible to find. They're just expensive.
Like any given time, there's usually about 10.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any given Sunday.
Yep. So then now if you jump onto Reverb, I checked this morning, as a matter of fact, there are 2. The non-horsey, the cheaper one, is roughly $2,500, and the horsey, the gold one, which is like the really sought after ones, about $4,500.
Jesus Christ!
And
why?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
They're the only 2 on the entire website.
Is it because people just have nothing to do?
It's because they got a bunch of extra money. They're like, I've always wanted this pedal.
Who
I'm going
has
to buy it.
all this extra money?
The peoples who do the things
The unemployed
with,
people
yeah.
that got all the extra money.
And they couldn't think of anything useful to do with their money, and they wanted to blow it on something. Now, granted,
That's fair.
Investing in a very sought-after pedal is a good investment, right? It's probably not going to lose any value. It's fine. But if you're buying them at $2,500 to $4,000 range, they're going to go back down to where they were, because this is going to end eventually, and it's going to go back down to $1,200 to $2,000.
Yeah, it's a bad time to buy something when you don't buy it when it's spiking. Like they just released the new AEW figures, and they released the chase ones, which are limited 1 of 1,000, and then the other one was 1 of 500.
That's cool.
And they just came out. They sold originally for $200 each, I think, and people are buying them for $1,000
That's
each.
stupid.
And they're like, I'm so excited. I just got this. I can't wait to see what they end up peaking at. And it's like, they're
Like, buddy, they did.
peak at they peaked right now, but they're probably going to level out at 4.
Right.
And people, the one guy got mad because somebody posted, well, I remember when these were really expensive, and it was like a Jack's 1 of 500 from back in the day, and it's selling for $40. I remember when people were buying these for $500. You don't buy things at the highest. Like right now, the people that are just now getting into Pokemon, not a great time.
People are getting into Pokemon
dude.
right now?
Oh, yeah.
Like
PSA
trying to
10s
collect
and
old
shit.
school stuff because they're trying to get a tin. Like they're buying batches of old school cards to see if they can get something in it that's worthwhile. It was cracking me up, dude. Cody, I was like, there's no way it's losing value right now, because I thought that you were going to be right and it would be saturated. So I looked up first edition Charizards on eBay the other day.
I don't think it will yet.
Oh, I'm sure in eventuality it might be, especially when the hype starts dying.
Yeah, it's got to happen. I mean, it happens with everything, but go ahead.
I found a first edition Charizard, right? And it was the most pitiful thing I've ever seen. The corners were curled like the hollow was peeling away from the card. Like it was like chunks of the card were missing, but you could see the picture. It was a first edition Charizard. It had 16 bids. How much would you say that card was going for?
Oh, God. Well, since you're telling us about it, it's got to be too high.
Yeah, it's gonna be way too high.
But a couple hundred?
It was $500.
Oh, my God. See,
That's stupid.
that's the kind of shit that's gonna fall off for sure.
Yeah, that's
Whoever
because
buys
like
that for $500 is gonna, in 2 years, it's gonna be
Nothing.
$100.
if that,
Yeah.
if that,
If
I
that,
do
yeah.
that. Like honestly, because if I'm a collector, I love cards. I wouldn't buy that off of you if I saw it. I'd be like, shame on you for taking care of that card in such a way. Burn it, please,
Right.
to let it go to the great beyond where it belongs.
Let
I
it
mean,
rest
like-
in peace.
That does happen though, like with comic books. You'll see graded pages.
Oh, you mean with like Superman #1?
Yeah, see that to me
Or
is
like-
acceptable.
yeah.
Or
It's
like
an
Daredevil
old,
versus Hitler.
Yeah, you'll see like just page 4 graded because the book was fucking destroyed, and people buy that for like $1,000. But
I don't
this-
think Charizard's to that level. I think there's way too
No.
many still in circulation, and people know it's valuable, so they aren't letting anything
there's
happen to them.
That's what I was saying is like there's more going out now because there's people that had these and they were just kind of sitting on them, and now that they see the hype and the interest is so high, they're pushing them out, and I'm seeing so many people with just handfuls of fucking Charizards and Blastoise and
Still only
Plant
2
guy.
Beckett
What's the
10s
Plant
as
guy?
of last week. Venusaur.
Well, Beckett, but you do know PSA exists, right?
Yeah, but PSA, like you could have a PSA 10 next to a Beckett 9.5, and the Beckett 9.5 is worth more because Beckett.
I don't know if that's true. PSA is really high regarded right now.
No, Beckett is way, especially in cards, especially in Pokemon cards. Beckett
I don't know how
10
much
is
more you
like the
could
holy
really fetch
grail.
for those.
Like getting a 10 from PSA is so much easier compared to Beckett.
I don't know about that.
I do 100%.
Because everybody that I see that's like collecting them is all about PSA, and
I
nobody
would,
even really
well,
mentions
yeah,
Beckett
because
anymore.
PSA will give you a 10 easier, and stupid people who don't know that will go and buy it, be like, oh, look, I got a grade 10. That's why
It's
when you say
not
that there's
easy
only
to get
2
a 10.
10s, like that's why
PSA
when I
is
say there's
probably
only
the
2
leading
10s
grader right
in,
now.
they're easier, dude. I swear. Like,
Okay.
let's see.
That's
Okay,
fair.
I'm not gonna Google it, but yeah,
No.
like
Well, we're not going to turn into the Let's Google Things podcast
Right.
again.
but I know, like, because this one guy I watch, Lionheart, I found him on Facebook. I think he has a YouTube channel, but he opens
Everybody does.
Pokemon cards, and he did way
We
before this whole grading phenomena, whatever you want to call it. And he always explained like getting a Beckett 10 is way more difficult than getting a 10. And he had the guy that had the 2 Beckett 10 Charizards, like the guy with the biggest Charizard collection, on his show. And he had him come and talk about it even. Because he had I think he had some PSA
Oh.
grades that he was trying to switch to Beckett.
I mean,
And-
that's fine and all, but like the guy that has the 2 Beckett 10s talking about how Beckett is better doesn't really sway me when he's the guy with the 2 Beckett 10s.
Might be a little biased.
Yeah.
Just a
it's
bit.
I mean,
Because
it could
honestly,
be, but like that's the thing. You can look up populations, and Charizard PSA 10s are way more. Like there's a
well, I
larger
know in the
population.
like sports card world, PSA is like the leading grader. That's what everybody gets their shit graded from is PSA for sports cards.
Does Beckett grade sports cards? I don't know if they do everything.
I assume
really
so.
don't. I would assume so, but I don't know.
Maybe it's, and I don't know if this is a thing or not. I'm just off the cuff here. Maybe Beckett knows Pokemon cards and those kind of cards better, and that's maybe the reason
Maybe.
why. And PSA knows sports cards better and knows,
Maybe.
but I
Maybe
don't know
they're
if that's
just
a thing.
annoying. That's a thing with grade. No, it is. It's a thing with grading.
This company, yeah, they're just annoying.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like some of these companies will be more difficult on the grading just because they're fucking annoying. You know,
I'm not sure I understand.
they nitpick at these little stupid things that you can't even really see. Like I've seen comics come back and get graded at like a 9.5 or whatever instead of a 10, and the defect that they list, you can't. It's not there. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, well, with our process, we could see it under the thing and we enlarge it, and no, it's not there though. But they intentionally like degrade things. I'm not saying that's happening with Beckett or whatever,
right?
But that I know,
with how strict I've heard they are, I could see it.
It's fucking annoying. It's like, no, you're kind of making some of this up, but it's fine, I guess. It's their business plan.
Do they use like I don't know, like UV mapping or something to like see?
I don't know.
Like if they have like, oh, like, okay, well, if it's seen any sun ever,
right?
You know, like maybe they have something on there that it's like, oh, well, there's slight sun damage that you can't see with your eye, but we can see it under a microscope. And then at that point, that doesn't matter.
No, exactly. That's what I mean. It's stuff like that like, well, with their stuff, they can see it. Cool. Everybody else in the world can't see it. So how does it matter? How does it affect the grade of the thing I'm looking at with my eyeballs? But
and like a lot of people that I've watched that try to get shit graded,
whatever.
You'll have a card that just looks absolutely perfect, and it'll be like 8.5 from Beckett, and you're like, why? And then it'll be like the centering's off, and you look at it, and like that, the centering looks fine.
Like a factory
yeah. That is.
Oh yeah. So
centering,
like, you know how Pokemon cards have that yellow border around the outside.
Yeah, of course.
Around the outside.
Like
around the outside.
Around the outside. Like one side will be a little bit thicker than the other, so they say that the picture in the middle is
gotcha.
So the picture is off center.
But that's a thing they do though. They say
that makes
the centering
sense.
is off, but you look at it and you're like, it's not though. But it's really not.
They have to get out like a micrometer fucking little measuring tape and be like, you know,
exactly. And they knock you off a point for a fucking half a fucking pubic hair's length. Like, it's stupid. Sorry, I don't like graders. They're annoying.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's there for a reason, you know, and I don't like if they're going too ham on it. Like, yeah, I totally understand.
It really is. The grading world is really annoying. That's why I don't get a lot of my shit graded. I don't buy a lot of graded comics. I only have like one graded comic, I think.
I do. Like I said, I have experience with this though, because I have to grade diamonds, right? Anything that's over like 50 points, a half carat, I have to go in there and start visually inspecting. I mean, I visually inspect all of them, but you know, you actually have to go in there with like a wrap calculator and figure out a value of a diamond, right? So, and you're looking for like
a wrap calculator.
Yeah.
Is that like, yo, I'm looking at this diamond, that's one.
I was waiting for that.
I found a little crack, that's two.
Yep. And so you're looking for like little black spots and whatnot, and
I was not disappointed in that joke.
And all sorts of stuff. And it comes down even to like color, because one thing that you can't even like,
Racist.
you never realize, almost every diamond has a little bit of yellow to it, and unless it's like this ridiculous flawless diamond of stupidity, and yeah, which, you know, I've
the flawless diamond of stupidity.
Yeah, and I've seen a couple.
Why is it
of really
stupid?
good diamonds.
Because you're gonna spend more money.
Diamonds
more
are
money.
so stupid.
Yes.
Why do we care about diamonds? Hey, diamond expert Aaron is on the line. Why do we give a shit about diamonds? It's so stupid.
Yeah, but they're hardened carbon, and we've decided that we like this.
And I know people will be like, "Oh, you collect comic books." Yeah, at least they're cool looking.
Well, some people find diamonds cool looking.
No, they're dumb.
You think they're dumb?
They're stupid.
But
I hate it.
there's a lot of people out there that like their ice. That
I don't get it.
They do enjoy some ice.
So much money these people spend. I mean, I don't got to tell you.
No,
You sell the diamonds.
I do.
It's so
They actually
dumb.
call it ice
have-
because I hate that.
Yeah, people call it ice.
I've definitely, I know that it's a thing. I've never personally heard someone call it, I need some more ice.
I think it's...
I take that back. I heard one guy say it. Never mind.
I think that's an older term now, though.
It is.
That was more like early 2000s, I think.
So did
This
he
guy
actually walk
straight
in
into
and
that.
come up to you and be like, yo, I need some more ice?
No, what had happened is, well, close. He was looking at a ring. It had a fair amount of diamonds on it. He's like, I think it needs a little bit more ice. And like, bro, I got you.
You didn't see that he had a little cooler next to him, and he actually just wanted some ice for his waters.
Of course. But
anyways, what?
As far as ridiculousness is concerned, we have one diamond in there right now that's just short of a carat, and that thing that it actually wraps for about $10,000. It's like for one diamond.
God,
for one.
Every time you say
diamond.
that. Whenever you say that, I'm just like, okay, you give this diamond $10,000 and it starts busting out. Like,
Right? Yeah.
How big is this diamond?
Tiny. Like not tiny. It's almost a carat. It's kind of impressive. But
What's a carat? Again,
So-
hey, I'm 6 years old. I'm looking at diamonds.
That center one there is
Okay.
about what you would call 20 points, right?
Okay.
And there's 100 points in a carat, right? So
Okay.
about 5 times bigger than that.
For $10,000.
But if the color was bad, like it was yellowed or something like that, and there was pieces of black in there, then instead of being $10,000, it'd be like $500.
Still too much.
But since it's super clear, it's exactly the same thing. Because it's super clear, the color is really good, the cut is really good. It's a $10,000 diamond.
It's all just a
how
racket.
come people cut them down if they're worth more in big chunks?
Because generally you cut them to find that one spot that's really, really clear, right? The clearest spot on there, and then you can sell that little diamond as far like because you'll get them like the size of a quarter, and they're like big and ridiculous. But you generally try to cut off all the crap on there because a crap looking diamond is not worth nearly as much. Granted, big raw diamonds are expensive too, even if they are kind of shitty. It's you see on these calculators that you show, they're also talking about how they're sponsored by this auction where they sell ridiculously large diamonds, 5 and 6 carat diamonds, which are just stupid huge, just ridiculous, and they sell for millions of dollars, multi-millions of dollars.
Aren't diamonds like terrible investments?
Yes.
Like you buy, like the second you buy the diamond, it's worth like half of what you paid for it.
If you buy them from a retail jewelry
Yeah.
store, yeah, absolutely.
Like you walk out the door, it's worth half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Guaranteed.
car.
Pretty much. If you buy,
Except for the car is useful.
it is
The diamond will not take you to Walmart.
correct.
Last I checked, I have no diamonds.
So,
Aaron,
be
can you
wrong.
take your diamonds to Walmart, or will they
He
take
just
you?
rides his ring to Walmart.
The pioneers
But,
used
yeah.
to ride these babies for miles.
if anyone goes out there and wants to buy,
Sorry, I found that so funny. I pictured an old miner just riding his diamond
yes,
to the mine.
hell yeah.
And he ties it up. Oh, fuck. Woo.
Good old Bessie.
Man, Travis Tired is like on it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. What?
But if anyone is going to go out there and buy your spouse a ring of some sort or
Don't.
anything like that, no, do that. But
Don't do
Buy
it.
her
not.
spaghetti instead.
Don't go to fucking don't go to like K or something like that because you're gonna pay a stupid amount of money. Because like I go in and I so many times I've heard people talk about like, oh yeah, I spent $12,000 on this ring, right? And I come and I look at this ring and I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, that's a pretty ring, and it's worth maybe $900, maybe $1,000, right? And it's just they get these huge premiums on there, and it's ridiculous. So buy your shit secondhand. Even if it's like a normal like little jewelry store, like a little one, not like K Jewelers or some big name one. Those guys are going to have significantly better prices on used jewelry. And don't be afraid to get used jewelry because it's so much cheaper. Someone else is eating up all the ridiculous cost of a brand new ring,
Right.
and then, someone else is just trying to look to turn it over for just a little bit more money. Right?
Yeah.
It makes way more sense to do that than it would to go out and spend, even $7,000 on a ring. It's dumb.
Maybe on the new one, it's got like better stats.
No. No, it's the same ring, dude. It's exactly the same ring made out of the same gold.
Stats.
This, I spent $300, right, on this. If you would have gone to like Cage Rollers, it's like a $2,000 ring.
Like it's
But
got
does
more
it have
hit points?
+2 to crit? Like when you buy it? Maybe
It
Cage
doesn't
gives
lose
you a
those
little-
stats.
What's its short throwing accuracy?
Sure.
I'm
Yeah, you
using
don't want
different
Yeah.
stats.
No.
That's more of an enchant. Maybe they're enchanted when you buy them. Like it only works if you absorb the ridiculous cost from K.
Does it have a speed boost?
That'd be nice, a mounted speed
I
boost
really
or
care
something.
about speed when I'm.
That would kind of suck if you had a ring with mounted speed boost, so when you jumped in your car, you'd accidentally be going 20 miles over the speed limit.
It would show it, though.
But what if you forget?
Oh, you could
Yeah,
forget me.
you're
Oh,
you get
man.
pulled over. Sorry, officer, it's my mounted speed boost, I guess.
It's the ring. I just got back from K Jewelers.
Not used to this enchant yet.
Oh, that's great. That's good stuff. Interesting stuff about diamonds, by the way, even though we derailed it 8 times. But I just don't get it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the exact same thing. It's just as comic books or cards, just
Yeah,
people.
but it's prettier.
People value them, and that's all
Yeah.
there is to it.
See, the thing is, like, everything is worth what someone's going to pay for it, right?
Yep.
But my thing is, like, $12,000 for this little ring, or, like, I'm going to go to the comic book store and pay $4 for my book. It's, it's like
totally.
the amount of money these people spend on these rings and diamonds and shit. Oh, man.
Everything is public opinion.
Crazy, though.
It's always public
It's
opinion.
just gotten so blown out of proportion.
Like, for instance, that Epiphone acoustic right there is
$4.
yeah. They're if you would have gone and tried to buy that exact guitar 5 years ago, it'd probably be $100, right? Now, if you find one today and it's in good shape, then you're looking like $1,000.
Yeah.
Why?
And it's just
For an
because
Epiphone?
for a 70s vintage Epiphone acoustic, right?
Oh,
Because they're made in Japan.
That's a
They
lot
were
of
actually made well, and yeah. Now anything nowadays from Epiphone's gonna be worth
But
like
see,
maybe $100.
again, like, you can use that for stuff.
That's true.
You can make pretty musics. The ring, last I checked, does not play music.
I have a guitar from Aaron, and I can't make pretty music. I think you're wrong.
Well,
That
that's a
statement's
you
right.
problem.
That is
That's
a you
not
problem.
the
I think
guitar's
it's-
problem.
I don't
That's a
think I
you
spent
problem.
enough on the guitar. Is the problem?
Yeah, if you
I
go and
need a
spend
more
$12,000 on a
expensive
guitar, you'll be fucking.
Well,
Eddie
you
Van
spent
Halen.
nothing on the guitar because it's mine.
Well, there
Exactly.
you go.
That's why it's not working.
You go and spend $12,000 on a guitar, you'll be the next fucking Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
I'll be the next Andy Van Halen. You're right.
Andy Van Halen.
Andy Van
That's all he
Halen.
did. He just paid a lot for his guitar.
Yeah, he didn't, meticulously handcraft a Frankenstrat, which is now one of the most famous guitarists of all time.
He didn't, work his whole life to be the best guitarist.
No, he just spent money.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Money.
Why do you think I keep buying new stuff for my computer? Eventually, I'll be a famous YouTuber.
Yeah.
Right.
See,
Yeah.
just like the best football players, they just paid for a really good football.
Shoes.
No, it's the ball.
Ah,
It's definitely shoes.
Shoes. Well,
It's
the
definitely
shoes help.
shoes.
Man, there was some really cool cleats the other day in one of the games. It was like Nightmare Before Christmas inspired.
That is cool.
It was really cool.
So
He
what
was a
happens
Raiders
if
player.
they buy like some Jordans on accident? Will they be better at basketball all of a sudden?
Which Jordans? That's
The
what
Air
matters.
Jordans.
It matters. If it's like the Jordan 1s, yeah, you're the best player of all time.
Of course.
Yeah.
That'd be
But
kind of
if
cool.
you go and buy like the Steph Curry nurse shoes, then you're a nurse.
Nurse shoes.
They're so ugly.
Yeah, there are nurse shoes, and they are
They're
so stupid
so
expensive,
fucking ugly.
and they're very expensive.
They're not nurse shoes. They were basketball shoes.
Okay.
But Steph Curry apparently doesn't know what looks good. So his new shoe came out and they looked like fucking nurses' shoes.
I don't even know what a nurse's shoe would look like. Trav, what does a nurse shoe look like?
I mean, they're just pretty much like Nikes, but they're
White and plain.
Okay.
And yeah.
Think of an 80-year-old grandma.
Okay.
They're
The
just very
shoes
plain.
she would like.
But they're made by Nike.
I'm
because,
thinking of
like,
Mary Jane's,
It's more
and
for
I don't think that's what we're
being-
talking about here.
No.
It's more for being on your feet for a long time.
Think of what an 80-year-old woman would call tinnies.
Oh,
Got to put on my tinnies. There you go. Those are the Steph Currys.
okay. I'm pulling.
I like the way
now.
you said tennies, and I don't know why.
Haven't you heard the old ladies that do that?
Oh, I'm gonna go get my tennies on.
I gotta
and
get my tinnies.
We'll go to the store.
I'm gonna ride my diamond to the store wearing my tinnies.
Are they made by Under Armour?
Under Armour has some, I think. Nike has some. Under Armour has some. I know.
No,
Adidas
I'm
has.
talking about the Steph Currys.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, those are the newer ones that he changed a little bit. The first Steph Curry shoe was complete nurse's shoe. Like, everybody made fun of him.
So those are better?
Yeah, and they're still not good.
No, they're not.
They're not good.
There's a preschool Curry? That can't be right.
Preschool?
Is there Tim Curry?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry shoes. Those would be interesting, huh?
If they did it right, it'd be very bondagey.
Yeah. Yeah. Nurse's shoes.
Huh.
Something you could, wear for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, can I address
Not
the
flashy for
podcast
basketball.
listeners for like a second?
No.
Okay. So, specifically Johnny D.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Are we gonna have an intervention for Johnny D?
No, I'm just gonna let him know how this works, okay? Because when you comment on the podcast about a specific part that I don't remember, I have to try to comment something back.
Yeah.
So are you gonna tell him to note the time?
Yeah, maybe
That
so
would
that I
help.
could like go watch it. Because that's the thing, we record these in advance, so you're seeing this
What?
like
It's not live?
no,
What?
it's not even. It's not even the week of usually.
Even if it was the hour of, when
I'd
I
still
leave,
forget.
It's
I
gone.
forget everything
Yeah,
you said.
it's all gone.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so when you say some shit-
at that.
When
I
you
was so
say some
confused.
shit, I start laughing because I'm just like, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Right.
I read that comment. I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
'cause
the best I could do is I commented back as I was like, I like the way that I'm the Travis because he called me the Travis.
The Travis.
The
yeah.
Travis.
I saw that too. I was like, "That's neat."
So
Yeah, I'm the Travis.
I go back and listen to the stuff, pretty fast afterward, and I hear the beginning of the podcast, and I'm like, this is completely new to me. I have no idea what the hell we're talking about and why we're talking
I forget
about
it all.
It's great. It's great. It makes it fresh,
Yeah.
right?
Cody
good
gave
thing.
us all CTE is what happened.
Yeah, it's rubbing off. It
We've
happens.
hung out with it too much. So as soon as the podcast is done, that's why I have such a difficult time coming up with names for the podcast.
Because you have no idea what that podcast is about.
Yeah,
And occasionally, occasionally you'll know when I get really lazy about it. Because it'll have like a title that just makes no sense. It'll be like the random cast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lazy cast.
Lazy Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm pretty much telling you, I don't remember what this podcast was back, and I didn't feel like going back and listening to the whole thing. So here you
Right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's why I just look at his YouTube video and take his title. Because I have no idea. Every episode, I'm like, what the fuck did we talk about? And then, like,
Yeah, I
he'll
want
upload one.
I want
and it'll
everybody
be
to-
called whatever.
Okay.
Like, this one will be called, like, Riding Diamonds or whatever.
Right.
And I'll be like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I have no idea what we're referencing
What was
at all.
this?
That's why we need t-shirts.
Right?
So,
So that we
keep
can
the references
remember what
alive.
episodes are
Yeah,
what?
so we can remember what we talked about.
See, like,
And
because
you-
occasionally while I'm going through and editing, I'll listen to like a small chunk and try to discern if I can remember what like it's about. Nah, doesn't happen.
Yeah, I know. It's
I usually just zone in and we're talking about something random. I'm like, kind of crack
what?
root on that
Us
day.
talking about something random.
What?
No way. We're always
And then
so
I'll click
well
to
thought
another
out.
part of the video and it'll be something completely different. I'm like, uniformity is gone. It's
Dude,
not there
we
anywhere.
move swiftly on
Oh,
this
yeah.
show. If there's one thing people can say about us, we move swiftly.
Yeah, we are swift movers.
We are. We keep it moving at all times. You're bored of one topic? Don't worry. 5 seconds later, we talk about something else.
It's,
And-
it's like the Idaho weather, right, Aaron? Just wait 5 minutes. Ha ha ha.
God. Yeah, that's the dumbest joke.
I'm very confused.
That's what everyone says when you're out there. Like, don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
And they all think they're funny, right?
Every single time.
Every time, yeah. Like,
you get this
you
stupid
can tell
little grin,
some
like,
people it hurts their souls, though.
It's like the fucking people that I help at Carl's Jr. and I say, "Can I get you anything else?" And they say $1 million.
And then all the people that, you know, go into pawn shops and there's no price tag on there. I guess it's free, right?
Yeah, you're the first
you ever-
fucker that thought of that stupid joke.
Have you
piece of
ever
shit.
caught somebody that's like gets halfway through the joke and then they realize how sad they are about their existence?
No, but that
No,
would have made me
'cause
very happy.
Everybody I see is proud of their joke.
Yeah, they're
I
so
did that
proud.
at the gas station the other day. The gas station, I was like, he's like, "How's the weather out there?" I'm like, "Oh, it's really bad." And he's like, "If you don't like the weather, then wait 5 minutes."
Half-hearted.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, that hurt, didn't it?" Like,
Oh, that's a tough thing to watch.
Yeah.
Too. People just crash and burn like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
yeah, they just realize how socially awkward they were. They're like, "Oh."
Yeah, and whenever somebody makes that same joke to me, I just stare at them.
You would.
I do. I don't say a word. I just stare at them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
I want to come
And then
into
I just
Aaron's
walk
pawn
away.
shop and find everything that doesn't have a price tag on it. Oh, it must be free.
Fucking
It was even
assholes.
worse. It was worse at the thrift store
Fall in a
too,
hole.
because they'd pull the sticker off themselves, and then they bring it up. It's like, how much is this? It's free, right? Fuck you!
Fucking-
I saw you over in the corner, huddled over there like Gollum. You know,
Like, fucking- people are the worst. dude.
Huddled over like Gollum trying to peel
Yeah.
your sticker off
I fucking hate people.
of this 50-cent teacup that you want from a thrift store for whatever reason.
right? They never go for the fucking expensive shit. They just pull the sticker off of something so they can save like 30 fucking cents. You know,
If you're stealing or doing that at a thrift store, go fuck yourself.
yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
You're a useless human being.
You don't deserve whatever you're trying to steal. If you can't afford to buy a teacup from a fucking thrift store for a quarter,
That's the problem.
go away.
That's the biggest thing, though, is like almost every single time they guaranteed can't afford it. Guaranteed. There's one lady who rolled up in like
don't need
a
it that
brand
bad.
new Escalade, and she always, all year round, she wore a huge jacket, massive jacket, right?
Was it a stealing jacket?
It was her stealing jacket.
I thought so.
And, you know, she just find little trinkets and she'd pocket them, you know? And then the stuff
Why
that she
did you
couldn't
let her in
pocket.
the store if you knew?
That's a good question.
We did kick her out a couple of times
That's a
because we
good
caught her, but
question.
we were, because of corporate rules that we had with that. It's like unless you catch them absolutely red-handed, you know, like see them physically put it into their pocket, and we catch it on camera, can't do anything about it. But it's like she walks over to an area and you see an item there. She walks away, the item's
It's
gone.
gone.
And I was like, ugh. You know, if nothing else, she was a sneaky lady, very sneaky. And then she'd do that, and she'd pull tags on the stuff that she couldn't fit in her jacket. And like I said, brand new fucking Escalade, you know. And she's got like a brand new iPhone at the time too.
That's how she affords all those things.
Yeah,
Maybe she had a jacket big enough that she could fit the Escalade in it.
right.
She's just like walking away from the Escalade store with her big stealing jacket on.
She's.
The salesman-
I'm picturing her sitting on top of the Escalade with the jacket draped around the whole thing, right?
She just leaves. The sales was like, "Didn't we have a new Escalade out here?"
She's just like she's just doing this on top of the Escalade, and the Escalade slowly driving away. And the guy's like, "What you got there? Nothing.
Just my jacket.
Just got a nice flowy jacket.
Got a gigantic jacket. Jeff, didn't we have an Escalade out here?
I could have sworn we had another
I thought
2020
we had a
Escalade
new
over here."
Escalade out here.
Huh, guess not.
Weird. I'll go check the bag.
My favorite though would be when Aaron had like stuff out back that he hadn't sorted through yet, and like they didn't have time to do anything about it before closing, or people would drop stuff off after closing, and it'd be like just trash, and people would come by and steal it.
Oh yeah.
And Aaron would be super happy because he's like, I didn't have to pick that up.
You
Thank
stole my trash.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, because sometimes you'd have like a table out there with like a leg broken off, and someone would come back there and steal the table.
That's a good hardcore match table.
I'm like,
That's probably what they're using it for.
right.
Put their buddy through it.
And I'm like, why? Why did you come and steal that
Put
table?
their buddy through it.
You put your safety, well, not safety, like your freedom on the line? Because, I mean, if we wanted to, we could have pressed charges, but it's like, why? You know?
I so would. I would so press charge on somebody for stealing a three-legged
broken table?
Yeah, because that's funny. Like if they stole like a good thing, I wouldn't press charges. But you steal a bad thing, that's funny. So then you should go to jail for stealing a dumb thing.
The thing is the cops would be so out of it.
Yeah, that's if I was in charge of like law, it would just be the dumbest shit. It's like, well, what did they steal? Did it make sense? Then they're fine. But if it didn't make sense, yeah, arrest them.
Yeah.
Something must be
steal?
more wrong with those people.
Did they steal a fucking broken teapot? Cool, send them to jail.
All right, going to jail.
So when people are like, why are you in here? They have to tell people, I stole a broken teapot.
20 years to life.
Oh, shit.
God.
That's awesome. I want to punish people for being dumb.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That was
You know,
my favorite,
I-
was watching people at Aaron's work, though. There's some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, well, it's fucking stupid, dude. There's-
People watching? You're a big people watcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd get angry.
Do you guys stare at people?
No.
Yeah.
Because I get uncomfortable.
I stare so fucking hard.
I bet you do.
Oh man, I'm the worst. I am the worst. And then when like people notice me staring and
You'll
they
stare
stare back
harder.
at me, I stare harder. And I make it worse. And I'm the asshole. I understand
Yes,
this.
you are.
But it's so fun for me to stare at people. I don't know why.
Because you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I don't
So
intentionally
fun.
do it. I'll just be like looking and be like, oh, there's a person. Just watch them and
there's-
they're looking at
That's
me
a
like,
person.
what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'm like, I'm just dumb. That's all.
At the gym, I'm the worst.
Yeah.
Because I'll be sitting at whatever I'm doing and I, do my set and then I sit there and rest for a minute and I'm just looking at everybody. And you think I'm judging you? Yeah. I'm totally judging you. I'm judging every single thing about your
Don't
person.
worry. I am.
I've already decided who you are and what you like and why you're stupid for liking those things that you probably don't like that I made up in my own head. So
Yeah.
I already hate you for the things I made up about you.
Mhm, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they stare at me and they're like, you got a problem? I'm like, no. And I keep staring. Because there's no problem. I'm just looking.
Yeah. Just looking.
I'm a bad person.
I think the worst was, like, I haven't been to the gym in forever. Are people still giving you guys shit about masks at the gym?
And fucking nobody wears them but me.
I don't go.
Nobody has said anything since I almost got into that one fight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Nobody said anything, but they always kind of look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck this idiot, because I'm the stupid one,
Right. Of course. You know, it's funny too, is I see, I was watching John Meadows and he was at one of his gyms and everyone's wearing masks and it's like, it's no problem there. And I'm like, okay, why is it such a problem here? Why do we have a higher rate of stupidity?
Nevada.
Why is
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nevada is a good answer.
Yeah, it is a good answer.
We just got
And
put back to a
Pahrump
level
is
3,
a-
by the way.
Better answer.
Really?
Level 3. What does that mean?
That means we're more Rona-y.
Well, I know, but I
More
mean, like,
Rona-y.
what are the restrictions and shit? Like, did it get worse?
You know what's kind of funny is like they're like, okay, so we're rolling it back to a level 3, but these previous restrictions that we had, we're not going to put back.
So nothing changes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, we're level 3.
That has been this country's game plan, is to tell you, like, yeah, it's getting worse. Oh, so we're going to do more about it? No,
No.
we're not going to change anything.
Yeah, it's because everyone's being such a cry little bitch about everything. There's still, every single day I am at work, someone bitches about Sisolak. And it's like, oh, that little pansy, you know? And it's like, oh my God. Can you not? Just shut up, because I don't care about your politics.
I still have to throw people out for not wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And they're surprised. It's been...
And they're surprised.
Like, what? Fucking 4 months, 5 months of the mask mandate now or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been a good
Put the
long
shit on
while.
your stupid face.
Yeah,
or
like,
get the fuck out.
It's been this way for a good long time.
I don't care what you think about it. Because you know what? I want to go everywhere in my underpants. I'm not allowed to do that.
Yep.
So put a mask on your dumb face.
My
Or I'm
favorite is
walking
the he
around
said, she said
swinging.
kind of stuff.
What?
I said my
Whatever.
favorite's the he said, she said kind of stuff.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, because they're like, oh, well, everybody's doing really bad and the economy's terrible. Well, give us another stimulus package. Ooh, can't do that. Well, why not? Well, because Trump's an asshole. Then you go ask Trump, why aren't you passing it? I would, but Nancy Pelosi is an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
you go ask Nancy
Everyone's-
Pelosi, and she's like, why are you
Shift the
passing
blame.
that?
It's everybody else's fault. It's never theirs.
Yeah, of course.
No, they're like,
Always
well,
shift
Trump
the blame.
just won't come to an
Which
agreement. Well, Nancy
I can
Pelosi
respect.
just won't come to an agreement.
I can respect that because nothing's my fault. It's always your guys'.
Of course.
It's true. But you know who would pass a bill?
I think I have an idea.
Yeah, I think I have an idea too.
Yep.
Cool. It can remain unsaid.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Everyone knows. If you don't know, you need to watch more episodes of this podcast.
Jeffree Star would
It's a-
pass a bill.
Ooh,
Oh,
I don't want to be tied to that.
no, I don't want anything to do
Can
with
you
that.
take that back real quick? Just roll it
But
back.
he has a
Just roll it.
doesn't
He's been-
he have a brand new black boyfriend?
No, they broke up.
Did they?
They
Oh
did.
no.
Uh-oh.
And he said that he was stealing from him. It's like it went so bad.
Dude, Jeffree Star.
Wait,
I know we're ending, but Jeffree Star is the dumbest person.
You know what's funny is as far as like business, all the way up until like this year, he's been like a genius and been doing perfect.
business,
you know,
yeah.
But God, he's just made so many bad
He's
decisions.
stupid.
Oh my God, it's awful.
All his backstabbery has come around, I think, is what it really
Yeah.
is.
My God,
Bernie
that's
doesn't
fucking
approve.
funny. Bernie would never do that.
Nah.
If Bernie had a
doesn't
black
approve.
boyfriend, he would stay with his black
Oh,
boyfriend.
definitely. Yeah.
And he'd give us a corona relief package.
Oh man, we'd have so much relief. We'd want relief from the relief at this point.
A vacation from
Yeah,
the
we'd
relief.
be like, stop helping us,
Yeah.
Bernie. God, you're doing too much.
Bernie's like, it's just what I'd do for the people.
It's just like,
By the
I
people
don't know how else to live,
of
you
the
know?
people.
yeah.
It's just a giving soul, really, when you break it down.
God.
It's just a loving, caring, giving soul.
With that,
I bet he
I'm
stares
going
at
to
people at the
say
gym.
He probably does.
that if you liked
And
this
he's crazy
podcast, please like
and he's
this
judging
podcast.
them, but he's judging them
And,
like positively.
You know, do
Right.
the
It's
subscribe.
like, I bet that guy is trying his best.
Smash the bell.
Yeah, that guy's
you know,
probably
do the bell
a
smashing.
great dad.
And you know, rate 5 stars where you can't.
bet that guy
because,
loves his
you know,
children.
You can't do it anywhere.
That
so
guy probably always
that's good
walks his
too.
dog without even being
But
told to.
you guys
And
have a
he
good one,
brings the
and we
little
will
poop
see
bags.
you next week. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The little poop bags.